After watching 80 odd videos on my Range Rover L322, of course on my channel, you've probably been wondering, what would be the cost of running a Range Rover? Or let's put it in a different word, what would be the ownership cost of owning a Range Rover L322 since you are interested in buying one? And on this video, I will do my best to answer this question for you. But since this is not a typical YouTube channel and this is not a typical YouTube video, let's put some ground rules so you know what to expect from this video. Number one, since I get my parts at a discount from Land Rover dealer and the prices fluctuate, that means that by the time you watch this video, it will be different from the time I filmed the previous videos. Therefore, I will put a range of cost rather than the exact cost. Number two, if my YouTube analytics are right, under 50% of you are watching from the UK. The rest are from the other part of the world, such as Canada, Australia, USA, and France, and some of you are from Germany. Therefore, it would be unfair for me to tell you what the cost is in the UK, since it's different from in your country. But I will give you a range, and that would be a more of an indication of the cost than the exact actual cost. And now I'm gonna get rolling with the costs really quick so you don't get bored. Bring a pen and paper, because you may need it. An L322 Range Rover Autobiography, a 2010 model, 3.6 TDV8 engine will cost you anywhere between 8 to 15 grand, depending on the mileage, of course. The next three most important things are related to UK only: tax, insurance, and MOT. Tax will cost you between £500 to £700, depending on the model, type, and year, and engine, of course. Next would be the MOT, which is roughly about £45 anywhere in the UK. Next would be insurance. Currently, insurance in the UK is a very hot topic because the insurance has been going up, and I've heard a lot of stories, people selling their cars because of the insurance are going up as much as 3 to 5 grand. But that is different from one person to another, from a Range Rover to another, from an engine to another. That, of course, depending on the age, location, history, occupation, and whatnot. So, for me to give you the cost of the insurance will be absolutely ridiculous. That is a homework for you to do. However, put it on a list so you can remember to calculate it. Since we turn the car on and off multiple times a day, because we're doing this video, for example, and all of my other videos, and we do go off-roading, so we do a lot of slow speed driving and city driving. Therefore, I do very low cost consumption, which will be around 17 mile per gallon or 20 mile per gallon. But on the motorway, I do get about 27 mile per gallon up to 30 miles per gallon. You probably want to invest in an OBD device as well. This will cost you anywhere between 300 if you buy it used, up to 500 if you buy it new. I've made a special video about this device. I will put the link for you in the description if you are interested in this device. Per the manual instructions, you would have to do once a year a major service, and the next year would be a minor service. Both services can be done at Land Rover dealer, or you can do them at home, or you can do them at specialist. I personally did them at home. It will cost you anywhere between 150 to 200 pound per service, or that's for the major, of course. For the minor, it will cost you 100 pound. Or you can take it to a specialist, will cost you between 3 to 400 pound, sometimes up to 500. If you want to take it to Land Rover, it will cost you around 800 pound for major and 600 pound for minor. And by the way, I made a major service video. I will put the link in the description if you want to watch how I did it and if you are interested in doing it at home by yourself. When you buy your car, as well as the annual service, which is, of course, try to do the major service, would be the battery. Replace the battery. And a battery will cost you anywhere between 200 to 300 pound, depends where you source it from. I bought it from Land Rover for 200 pound. It's good enough. And I've made a video about it. I'll put it in the description below. A set of wiper blades will cost you for the front about 30 pound and then 10 to 20 pound for the rear wiper blade. Tires, of course, they vary from model to type to off-roading to all season. For me, I got the all season one and it cost me 271 pound per tire. That was last year price. This year could be different. So I would average between 250 to 350 maybe pound per tire. Just put it in mind. Power steering fluid, which we already made a video about, I'll put it in the link in the description, but will cost you anywhere between 20 to 100 pound, depends on the fluid you're using and the brand you're using. So remember, 20 to 100, and I've made a video, I'll put it in the description. The brake fluid, we have flushed it completely and we have made a video about it. I'll put it in the description as well, but that cost us anywhere as well between 20 to 30 pound. If you want to include different products and tools you want to use, it probably going to cost you more than that. But if you just want to be simple, it's going to cost you 20 to 30 pound. And again, I'll put it in the description. Brake discs and brake pads roughly cost about $350 genuinely from Land Rover dealer. I've made a video about that one as well. I'll put it in the description below. I have refurbished the rear brakes and the disc, and actually the parking brakes. I'll put that in the description. But the parking brake, they weren't genuine. It cost me, what, something under £50? I think that's a great price. Anyway, all in the description below. I had to replace the suspension arm because if I don't, it may fail the MOT. That was genuine from Land Rover, roughly around £200. I had an oil leak, and what I had to do is disassemble the top half of the engine, which I made, what is it, Alex, 10 videos? 10 videos. I made 10 videos about that. What it cost me, it was way under £100, but what it may cost you, if you would take it to the dealer, it'll be 3 to 4 grand. If you take it to a specialist, probably 3 grand. Land Rover will be 4, maybe a bit more. But if you follow my steps, it'll be £100. So totally up to you if you want to do your work at home. Lastly, we had to replace the struts, and that cost us £10 from Amazon. I made a video about it. I'll put it in the description as well. But listen, one thing before you leave, because I know you're eager to leave and go buy your Range Rover now. We have just reached 3,400 subscribers, and I would love it for you to subscribe, because we are a new channel. And if this is your first video to watch, because we're a small channel, most likely you will never see us again, because obviously bigger channels get recommended more than smaller channels. So for you to see the video again, one of our videos again, please consider subscribing to support us and to see one of our videos again, because you have made it so far to the video. Obviously you are interested in our videos. With that in mind, guys, I love you all for subscribing. Please make sure to like, comment your thoughts about this car, and tell me if I'm doing it wrong. As usual, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I